Alright, so I wanted to show you the materials that I use to make the arrangement with and show you exactly what tools in case you would like to try it on your own. The tools that I use to be able to cut these with, if you're dealing with very, very thick wire stems like those and like this one, these you cannot cut with just your simple little, these are for the little itty bitty branches, okay? These wire cutters are for the small stuff. What I use on the big stuff would be something like these bolt cutters, okay? I had to go to Home Depot to get these. These really help when you're trying to cut through stuff like that, okay? So please don't try to cut through that with something like this. It'll take a while and probably wear your fingers out. The other things that I used as far as tools were these to cut off little, you know, plastic things. You wouldn't really want to cut through wire with something like these, but these are great for the little plastic stems. I used something like this. This is a bigger, more industrial size glue gun. I like these because I do a lot of work. You can get the smaller glue guns, but something like this you could probably get at Home Depot or Lowe's. This I use to cut the foam with. A nice, large, long, serrated edge to be able to slice right through that foam, okay? The other thing I use that a lot of people don't know what they are and don't have access to is a pick machine. This, let me see if I can hold it up for you, it's very, very heavy. This is called a pick machine, and what it does is it gives out little steel picks. You put the thing in, push the pick forward, then push the handle back, press down, and it will put a very, very sharp edge, steel edge, to the stem to have you stick it in there so that it can't twist, and it will hold because it's got little edges on the side. Very, very sharp, so you don't really want to touch them, and they'll cut very easily. But these help a lot if you're going to be doing a lot of arrangements for your flowers not to twist on you once they're inside the foam. Okay, so those are the tools I've used. Okay, the first step that I took was I went ahead and wired it to my tray, the foam, and I put the covering moss on with little pieces of floral wire. I bent them in half like a bobby pin and stuck them in to hold the moss on so it doesn't fall off. Okay, then what I did is I took my bush of greenery with different types of greenery in it, and I cut all the pieces off, okay? I couldn't just stick it in and fold it out. I cut every single branch off of the stem, and then it can only be 9 inches high, because when you're sitting at the table, you don't want to have to look through a forest to try to talk to the person across the table from you. So what we're going to do is we're only going to let it be 9 inches high, 30 inches wide, and 13 inches this way. Now what I'm going to do for that then is take these longer pieces of greenery, and I'm going to set my boundaries. I'm going to put the greenery to where, I'll stick them in, but I'm just showing you where the boundary line will come out to 30 inches here. Then I'll take the shorter greenery and I will put these in to where their boundary line reaches to 13 inches this way. And I'll also take some other shorter greenery and I will put those in to come up to 9 inches high. Okay, and I'll measure that with a ruler or measuring tape. But what that will do for me will create an imaginary boundary within which I can fit all the other flowers. Now with the skinny twigs, you can go a little higher than 9 inches because I can still see through that, okay? So with the skinnier twigs, you can get a little higher than that. You can go beyond the boundary. Now I'll be adding the flowers and feathers. I did cut apart the flower bushes so that they would be done separately. I could spread them out a little bit. So basically, I'm going to put a pick on these and shove them in real good, but I'll place those right about here. I'll place these, since they're a heavier flower, more toward the center of the arrangement, deep down in, and you shove it into, I'm just placing them there for now. I'll be pushing it into the foam when I'm ready. The feathers I'm going to be putting over to the side along with the larger feather ball down inside there. And then I'll be using some of the twig things to come up a little bit higher. And then I'll put the smaller feather ball towards the center more with some of these berries mixed in there. And then I'll fill in the rest with more twigs and more little airy things, not to make it so heavy. Because the particular friend that wanted this arrangement wanted mostly greenery, not as many flowers. So this is what it's going to look like. I'll go ahead and start putting these in now so that you can see what the rest of it will look like. But I wanted to let you know that getting your green base in this particular instance was more important to get your parameters. So let's add the flowers. Twigs. As you can see, the twigs are coming up a little bit higher. That's okay. We'll be able to see through that. I put the heavier or the larger flowers down in deep, as well as the feather balls, and had the feathers, the long feathers coming out from the feather balls, and had the other flowers dispersed kind of in throughout. So this is what the final product looks like. Very pretty with lots of earth tone colors, browns to go with the twigs, and a lot of greens to go with the green berries and things, and the little drapey berries that will look real pretty on the tablecloth. So this is how it would look from above. It's nice and solid. So this is the finished product, and that's how I put it together. I hope you enjoy trying to do your own. You can do it. Just remember balance and keeping within those boundaries. Using colors that go good together, and putting the heavier, weightier objects toward the center and the lighter ones out towards the ends and extremities. We made our beautiful bouquet today. We actually only used one of these bushes because it's really full, very nice value from Hobby Lobby. So if you bought two of them, I apologize. Take the other one back. Okay? Alright, and so this is our arrangement, the final product. Looks beautiful on this little table here. Lovely. Or you could even wear it as a corsage. Yes, thank you, thank you, thank you. Anyway, have fun with your arrangement. Make sure that it's well balanced and that it really stands the test of earthquakeness. So, have fun and enjoy your arrangement. And here's another close-up.